We will begin in the Camarilla Chantry. Henry, another night, studying, working hard. Let me ask you this. What is your attire this evening while you are studying?
Oh, I'm wearing a very, this this is not normally my style, but I've got an athletic hoodie on, but then dress pants, of course, to make up for it.
As you are studying, there is a knock on your chamber doors.
Okay. I'm not falling for this one again. Henry's going to shuffle over. I'm going to leave my studying stuff on the desk, nice and visible, so whoever this is can see that I'm working nice and hard. And I'll check the little peephole.
Once again, you see Tremere Regent Luna Demian on the other side.
Why can't it be someone not important? All right. I throw open the door nice and quickly. Oh man, I do have my hood up though. I will keep my hood up. Oh.
When you open the door, she walks in and immediately locks eyes on your hood. She then looks at the rest of what you are wearing. Without saying anything, she just glances around the room, sees that you've been working, studying, researching. Then she turns to speak. Why are you wearing a hood?
It helps me block out distractions. If you'd like, I can take it off.
I would have you roll a subterfuge, but she doesn't really care. She's just curious.
I was banking on that.
There is an assignment for you tonight.
All right, I'll set aside my things and get to it right away.
The prince has once again asked for Tremere presence on a venture into Anarch territory. Apparently just a discussion, but a Tremere has been requested. We, who are magisters, and myself a regent, since you were so diligent in your quest last time when you went with the Toreador, we believe that you will do well again. So, in an hour, you will meet with the prince, and once again, you will understand that there, you are kindred, you are a fledgling, and you will be whatever the prince decides that you are.
Of course.
Prepare yourself, Henry Draw. I do not forget your name, and so next time, I will not forget a breach of decorum.
Understood.
And she walks out.
Oh God. I need to get a hat. This hoodie is not working out. Yeah, can I grab a hat before I head out to this?
Sure. What kind of hat you want to wear?
Oh man, is there like one of them Sherlock Holmes hats? Do they sell those in LA?
Yeah, well, in the Bay Area, yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, sorry. That conversation from earlier bled in. Yeah, I think I can wave that away as a Tremere quirk as opposed to the athletic hoodie. All right, that's my plan.
All right. Let us now go to Zeta. Zeta, once again, you awaken from your day sleep into the night. A second night where you are feeling licks on your face from a familiar canine friend.
Hi, Lucky. Has your day been good?
The dog becomes very, very excited, seeing you now awakening in the depths of this cave. Walks back a bit and has brought a large stick for you.
Is that for me? Or do you want to play with it? I try to grab the stick from him.
Yeah, the dog lets the stick loose and gets ready to run, expecting you to throw it.
I throw it to the other side.
Dog chases, goes and grabs the stick and returns with it and drops it in front of
Yeah.
you and looks very excited, tail wagging, so happy.
Pick it up, like throw it in one direction, and then throw it in the other direction.
Excellent. Yep. You're having a very good time playing with this dog. And this time it takes a little bit for the dog to return, but eventually does, and shows up with two other kindred, Mandy and Countess Markov.
Welcome to my cave.
Mandy comes and gives you a hug, and Countess Markov is the dog and Countess Markov haven't gotten used to each other yet. They seem to be a bit standoffish of each other. And Mandy says to you, "How have you been?"
Been a night yesterday. Got a gift from somebody yesterday.
A gift?
Yes. I will show her the Book of Nod.
She looks at it, seeming to immediately recognize what it is. Her eyes grow wide. Countess Markov's do too. Mandy goes, "Who gave you this?"
Malkavian called Babs.
Zeta, I
Yes.
wanted to take you with me to, and the Countess here because, well, she'll explain, to one of my favorite restaurants. A very good place to get what we need. But it seems that, and she looks at the Book of Nod, I'm going to have to bring up something with the others. You're going to have to go without me,
Others?
Zeta. I'm sorry. The others, of course, being Sam, the Barons. People who would like to know that Babs gave you a Book of Nod. Zeta, will you be okay going with Countess Markov?
Sure.
I promise, it's a very nice place.
Where is this restaurant?
Oh, you will, you'll very much appreciate it. Don't worry, it is in, Anarch territory. It's in Fremont. That's just a little bit south of Oakland. Zeta, did Babs say anything to you when she gave you this book?
He most definitely did.
Tell me what happened.
I yesterday got invited there by Raven. There were other people too. Apparently, Babs wants a new prince.
Both Countess Markov and Mandy exchange looks with each other. Did she say who this new prince would be?
No, she did not.
So she said that she wants a new prince and gave you a Book of Nod?
Yes. She also gave me a decision about you.
About me?
Yes, she offered to make it that you will be able to go into Camarilla territory again without anyone bothering you, or she would give the Camarilla your haven.
Countess Markov looks at Mandy and goes, "How the fuck do they know where your haven is?" It's like, that's... She might not. Is there anything else that happened, Zeta?
For the positive outcome, I had to kill someone.
Are you okay?
Not really.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that that had to happen.
It was for you. I'll be alright.
Mandy looks distressed a little bit, realizing that her childer has killed for her. Countess Markov looks at Mandy and gets a bit of a look and then one that seems to know how she's feeling. And she goes to you, Zeta, and goes, I know of a great place to get you a meal to make you feel a little bit better, Zeta. How about that?
That sounds good. I could use some distraction.
Yeah. And on the way, we can drive some rich person's car into a lake. How about that?
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. Mandy says, I have to go, Zeta. You're wonderful. Okay? Please do not.
Yep.
Don't think about it too much. And she walks out with the Book of Nod in hand. And Countess Markov claps her hands together. All right. Have you met anyone in the ministry before?
I don't believe so.
How about the followers of Set?
No?
Okay. Basically, all you need to know is, much like the people who gave you that book that you got, but not so ridiculous Malkavian, think, what if Toreadors were crazy, right? That's the followers of Set, all right? They
Okay.
they have their own religious inclinations, but also they have an amazing restaurant in Fremont. It's a restaurant for people and also for us. So it's a wonderful place. I cannot wait to show you, Zeta. But yeah, let's look for somebody's car to take, and then we'll find our own way there. Let's go.
Let's go.
Also, your dog is cute.
Sorry, what did you say?
Your dog, very cute.
Thank you.
Is your dog are you planning on making a little blood bond with your dog?
Do that with animals?
You can. It's if the dog is already loyal to you, you may not need to, but you can make the dog even stronger. A very effective guard dog for your cave that you have here. By the way, I know that it's not fun to talk with like the Ventru at all, but you could get a nice house if you talk to Jack Wolf.
Why does everyone want me to live in a house?
Listen, you can live in this cave if you want. It's very classic Kindred to do, but I'm just saying, you could live in a house. That's all.
Appreciate the concern.
All right, let's go. All right, we will now scene transition over into San Francisco, into the foyer that is in the Civic Center. There, seated, waiting to be called, James Castle and the Lilith. You arrived at about the same time. You're just waiting to be summoned before the prince.
Well, hopefully this is a less dramatic visit than last time, huh?
Oh, yeah. Less dramatic.
I hate drama.
You hate drama? Last I checked, the last time I was here, you were laughing your ass off while I had to be a good puppy and crawl to the prince.
Okay, to be fair, I was stifling laughter, and you were a very good girl, so. Cass also laughs.
Look, very few people get to call me good girl and continue their unlife.
Well, I will thank my lucky stars tonight.
But was I a good girl?
Mm-hmm. You absolutely were.
This is a perfect time for Henry to come in.
Hey, how you doing? How's the head?
Uh,
No complaints yet.
I wanted to make that
Lilith
so
just
bad.
Lilith just kind of like holds a fist out for Cass to do a fist bump.
I fist bump and look to Henry.
Cass, it's a pleasure to see you.
Always.
Lilith, hello. So, meeting the prince again?
It appears so. And the three of us. What are the odds?
Yeah, let's hope we can all stay on just 2 legs this time. Am I right?
We were just talking about that.
Both Cass and Henry just hear this deep animalistic growl, and Lilith's features just turn a little bit more just turns a little bit more wolfish.
All right, I'm gonna do a little chuckle, and I'm gonna pat Cass's shoulder, but move to the other shoulder so I'm as far away from the Lilith as possible.
She snaps her teeth at your hand.
Oh, that's all right. Just want to.
It's
This
fine.
good over here.
Why are we here tonight? What does everyone know?
I'm here to probably be a lie detector or something. I'm not entirely sure.
Fair enough.
Sold, I'm here to help give you a push.
Push who? Who are you pushing?
No, I was just told to help give you a push out the door, or the window, or the roof, something. I don't know.
I appreciate that.
I'm here for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I'm obviously here to, make you happy and keep everybody smiling, right? I'm sure that's why I'm here.
You know, wolves have a heightened sense of smelling bullshit.
I mean, so are you smelling me right now? That's kind of weird.
At that, she just leans over and just does the creepiest around his hair, and she sits back and goes, "You know, for a Toreador, I figure you would shower more than once a week."
I shower as much as needed. All right. Don't stink.
Coming in
Cass
the
smells himself.
front entrance from the foyer is Consuela Martinez de la Sombra. She enters, looks at the three of you, and says, "The prince will see you."
Oh, thank you.
All right, after you, Cass.
Oh, thank you. What an honor. Cass will go ahead and head on in. Things being a little bit better than the last time he was here. So, or seemingly, at least, a little less tense than the last time he was here.
Lilith, before you go in, Consuela stops you and says, "You wait here a moment."
As you wish.
And Consuela says, as she walks in circles around you, "Sabbat, loyalist, into Camarilla."
Better than a Sabbat defector. into Camarilla.
Do you know why I defected?
Few stories. I don't think any of them were true.
Because we were going to lose. That's why.
So you defected while the rest of us stood and died. I watched my entire pack die because the Cardinal ordered us to do so. And those that defected did so because they were afraid of losing. You stand and die. You don't run with your tail tucked between your legs.
Tonight, you won't have to run. All you loyalists have always been stupid. You think that freedom is what you are earned by understanding what it means to be a Cainite? If that's what you think it means, you understand nothing. And if you want to prove tonight that you are indeed wanting to be protected by the Camarilla, you are going to walk into the prince's court. No, sorry. You are going to crawl into the prince's court, and you are going to keep doing it every time the prince summons you until he says to stop and to stand with any sort of dignity that you deserve.
Lilith stands there for a second. She's just trembling with rage. Low growl, just rumbling from her. She reaches into her coat. She hands Consuela the stake that she always carries. Hold that, because there may be a time when I grow sick of this bullshit and just tell you to do it.
She gives a little smirk at that. A little bit of a smirk, and then she taps the back of one of your heels. Go.
As you command. Then she gets down on her hands and knees and she crawls through the door. And soon as she comes within sight of the prince, like a dog, she actually lowers herself to where her belly's almost touching the ground in a very animalistic show of submission. And she crawls to where Henry and Cass are already standing. She's got her head down and her eyes only looking at the floor.
The prince acknowledges the way that you have come in, simply staring, looking for some sort of defiance in your movement. Doesn't see it. Prince Vannevar Thomas stands from his throne.
Ah, James Castle. It is good to see you again. And, Harry, good to see you too.
It's a pleasure, sir. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, in honor, Your Excellency.
James, you have done quite well recently in missions of diplomacy. For that, I have another one for you.
Thank you.
There is a restaurant in Fremont. Anarch territory, but you shouldn't have too much trouble there. This restaurant is simply called the Persian Gulf. There, it is owned by Setites, followers of Set, the Ministry, as they call themselves. One of them reached out to us recently, indicating that they are interested in possibly defecting, becoming Camarilla. Since further discussion is something that they want to have with someone more personable and not so high-ranked in Camarilla circles, we decided to send you. And Harry, once again, sending you with Mr. Castle here because you did such a good job last time, and also they requested the presence of a Tremere. And I was assured by the Tremere Regent that most of the Tremere were quite busy and unavailable, but they seemed that they could spare you, so thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule with whatever it is that you do in the Chantry, and have decided to come with us on this mission.
Oh, it is an honor.
What say you to this, James Castle?
Well, who are we looking for?
As I am to understand, the staff of the restaurant is Kindred and perhaps ghouls. You will find no difficulty in locating any Kindred there. But also, the owners of this place, one Kepri and Omari. That is who you are requesting to speak with.
Okay. Then it will be done.
Very good. Now lastly, Lilith. I thought to rename you something more fitting for a dog as denigrated as you are. But I have respect for you. That may seem surprising, considering who you are and where you've come from. But I want you to go with James Castle, purely for security reasons. If he doesn't make it back, I hold you responsible. See to it that this gets done.
As you command, my prince.
Now go. The sooner the better, all of you.
Thank you, sir. Cass will do a courteous bow, just a respectful one, and about face and head out.
Yep, 90-degree bow from Henry, and then I'll speed walk behind Cass.
Backs out again in a very animalistic, submissive way. She will back out to the door.
All right, once you are in the foyer out from the court, you are alone, and it is indicated that you may stand again, Lilith.
Did you have to do that?
If you ask me that ever again, if I had to, or if I chose to, it will be your last night. And she
Giant.
turns and walks outside.
Keep hearing that. One of these days. Or nights, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cass, you're driving, right?
Yeah. Yep. My car is just outside. So
Oh.
yeah. Let's I guess let's go get a bite to eat.
Would y'all like to talk in the car on the way over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I enjoy the car ride talks.
Very good.
I like them.
However, one of the windows may be busted out, and Lilith is already sitting in the back seat.
Okay.
Okay, so you're just gonna bust. This costs money to fix. I don't know what kind of twigs and fucking leaves that you deal with as currency, but like I have to work all week to fix this stuff. So I don't. This is my car. It's not the prince's car. This is me. So can you not do this stuff?
In response, she looks him dead in the eye and then just starts dog chewing the headrest of the driver's seat.
Okay. Forget what I said about being a good girl earlier. You're a bad girl. Very bad.
Did she get excited?
I'm adjusting the seat, see how far back it can recline. Just keeping myself busy while these two do their thing.
Cars get stolen all the time around here, and not having a window doesn't help things.
But think about it. Who's going to steal a car that already has a broken window?
Probably lots of people. I don't know. To be honest, I don't want to find out. So, but here we are. I guess we'll find out. It's science after all, isn't it? Oh my God. I've missed all of you. How have you been? How has everybody been?
Good. It's been good.
Lilith spits a chunk of headrest out. How do you
Thank
think
you.
I've been?
I don't know what you get up to. Did you have a vet appointment lately or what?
Hero, when you get a chance, just do your dexterity drive.
Okay. Let me see. Is this a social roll?
No.
You send us off a bridge right after asking the question. It is
No. Okay.
No bridge, just suddenly a crash and some civilian, whoa, you okay? And eaten.
Brings me back. 4 successes.
Smooth drive.
Oh, I mean, nothing like getting a job because you are not important, I mean, love that. Love getting a job because they don't want to talk to somebody who fucking matters. That's great.
I mean, hey, that's usually an upgrade for me. I'm getting out of the house. Which, I mean, is that really much of an upgrade?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you seem kind of like a shut-in. No offense.
I'm taken. I mean, yeah, I mean, the fresh air's, it's okay.
Yeah, you should get out. I don't know. I just, do you get bored? Do you ever get bored inside?
No. This is, I mean, respectfully, if you two were both transformed into books right now, I mean, the drive would suddenly become a lot more eventful, but then afterwards, I mean, that'd be, listen, I mean, I wouldn't compare you to a book, Cass, or Lilith, but, I mean, I just,
my book would
have tough.
Yeah, my book would have a pretty cover for sure. I think, I mean, I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but let's be honest. let's be honest. I mean, thumbing through, I'm sure, I'm sure somebody would. And what kind of book would you be, Lilith?
Been holding her head out the car window and just enjoying the breeze in her face. She just kind of sticks her head back in. What kind of book would I be?
Yeah, what kind of book would you be? If you were a book, if you were transformed into a book right now, what would it be?
101 Ways to Kill People Who Annoy Me.
Oh, I thought it was going to be 101 Dalmatians.
I was going to say Animal Farm.
102.
I love you guys.
You just enjoy watching me being fucking humiliated by the prince. And that
To be
Suela.
To be honest, I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. Henry?
I full honesty, thought it was okay the first time, but you actually have my sympathy this time. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
See, that's the difference between being a coward and defecting, like the Lasombra bitch did when she saw the winds shift to the direction of the Camarilla, and those like me, the loyalists who remained loyal to the Sabbat all the way to the fucking end, even when the Cardinal just hiked up his garments and fucking ran like a little coward and just left the rest of us to die. That's the difference between her and me. And now she's respected in the court. And what am I? I'm just the court bitch.
Respectfully, maybe it's because you call yourself a loyalist that gives them pause.
Do you know what the loyalist means in the Sabbat?
Well, here's the thing. You're not in the Sabbat anymore, as far as I know. You're in the Camarilla.
I know. But just because I have pledged loyalty to the prince doesn't mean some of the things that I learned in the Sabbat are still not applicable. Things like loyalty. Loyalty to your pack. Right now, the two of you are my pack. In the Sabbat, a pack is your family. Cass, you have a sire. You wish to know more about your sire. You wish to find your sire. The Sabbat doesn't work that way. Yeah, we have somebody who embraces us, but we don't have a sire. We have the pack. We don't really know our sire. We don't know who in the pack embraced us. And it's for loyalty to the pack. And as far as I'm concerned, you are my pack. As much as you drive me insane, and there are nights where I'm walking behind your back thinking how easy it is to just slip a stake in your back because you've annoyed me, I won't do it. Because you've earned my respect. And I don't take saying I'm your scary dog privilege lightly. Because you have earned my respect. And then she just sits back in the back and just folds her arms over.
Intelligence insight?
Okay. Let's see.
For who?
It's for James.
Yeah. Is this a social role?
Yes.
Nice. Ooh. Okay. 5 successes.
Lilith, were you being honest?
Yes.
Okay.
James, you feel it. Very intense honesty.
Yeah. Cass just nods, wrestling with the feelings of not feeling, being suspicious of Lilith, being truly a member of the Camarilla, but also believing what she says to be true. So Cass just nods and ruminates on those thoughts.
I'd like everyone to make a, well, not Zeta, the rest of you, wits and awareness roll.
I got 1 success, I think. Or no, 2, right? A 6 is a success?
Yes. You can roll your blood too, Henry.
5 successes.
Nice.
Wait, my blood? What do you mean?
Roll a blood die.
Oh. Okay.
Like you're hungry. You're hunger, right?
Oh. I just assumed the last one is always the
Oh, okay.
hunger die, right?
Sure.
Yeah, because I think my wits is 2, and then my awareness is
Sure.
just 1. Yeah.
I got a 10 and 1 success on the roll, and a 2 on the blood roll.
So, the rest of you don't know this, but Cass, you notice you're being followed. There is a car behind you that has been doing the same thing that you've been doing. And you've made very specific turns and lane changes, and they've kept up with you.
I would like to try to lose them.
Once again, that will be dexterity drive.
Okay. Dexterity, don't fail me now. Like knowing that they're there, trying to make some, some ridiculous turns and stuff like that. Okay, come on. 1, 2, 3. 3 successes.
As far as you can tell, as you start making your way into Fremont, doesn't look like they're following anymore.
Okay.
We will come back to all y'all. But first, we shall go to Zeta and Countess Markov, who, after driving a 2006 Dodge Viper into the bay, have arrived at the Persian Gulf restaurant, where there is this very authentic entrance and decor out at the front. Countess Markov seems very excited, Zeta, to be leading you into this place. It's just like, you are going to love it in here. It's so good. Different tastes, different blood. Oh my god, it's gonna be so enjoyable. And if you see any mortals in there, just in like the main front room where people are eating normal food and stuff, like they're there. It happens. If you go into the back room, which we'll probably get a seat in anyways, don't worry about it. It's fine. Any mortal back there is either a ghoul or they know, and it's fine. Just so you know. But yeah, how excited are you?
Always exciting to meet you, to meet other Kindred. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I should mention.
I just don't really know what to expect here.
I'd probably mention. So they're Setites, followers of Set, but they're going to refer to themselves as the Ministry. They are their own clan. They have their own things. Like I said, Toreadors, but weirder. Okay. That's basically their whole thing. They will try to talk to you about Set and stuff. Basically, to put it this way, you know how the whole thing is that we are supposedly all descendants of Cain? You know that? Yeah? Did Mandy tell you
Yeah.
that? Okay, so that's a religion that a lot of, or a belief rather, that a lot of kindred have. I have that belief. The Sabbat, well, they gave you their book. They're Nodists. Well, they call themselves Cainites, but they think that all kindred are Cainites and everything. Basically, the Setites, they don't believe in the Cain thing. They think that instead of being created by God, the Hebrew God Yahweh and all that shit, they believe in being created by the Egyptian god Set. Basically, in fact, their antediluvian called himself Set. I think that's what it is, but yeah, that's their whole thing. They will try to talk to you about it. Just, I don't know, pretend to be interested. It doesn't really matter. The point is the food is good. Come on.
Lead the way.
So, by the way, I should note, Countess Markov, she's wearing these torn up, shredded up jean pants. They are halfway like blue jeans, and another half of it is just fabric threads going everywhere. It is ripped to shreds. She has these combat boots that seem to be tied up by chains, and also has other chains coming from underneath her shirt, which also has lots of holes in it. She has all these different bracers that she's wearing with like these kind of like metallic spikes. She's got racing gloves on, and her hair is just going all the which way in different directions. And she's also wearing her vest that basically has the acronym for Kindred of Anarchy, or Kindred for Anarchy, which would be like KOFA, and a little patch that says "Down with the Cam" on it. So she is leading you in, and what she's wearing could not contrast with the inside environment further. This is a 5-star restaurant. This is a at-the-door black tie dress code restaurant. This is like people are dressed in suits that were tailored and fit to them. A place that has women wearing dresses made directly from the hands of the designer themselves. That's what it looks like is going on in here. And then there's you and the Countess. The people who are serving you are also wearing these basically really beautiful dress suits. And you can tell that they are all kindred. The people inside eating are not. They have beautiful arrangements of Persian food, a little bit of Indian food, looks like Turkish food as well, Mediterranean food in general. It looks good. However, none of it appeals to you. What does appeal to you, Zeta, is the smell of rich people blood. Going in, I'm going to have you make a composure and awareness check.
Would my hunger have gone up from last session?
You should have hunger at 1.
Okay.
Everyone's hunger should be at 1.
That's 3 successes.
You hear your beast. Oh, I like this place. Lots of rich people. take good care of their blood. Nutritionists, people on diets. Come on. Just a taste. Any one of them. It'll be good, I promise.
Tienda open. Can't risk it.
Fine. Maybe later.
Yes, later.
We'll see. The Countess, however, seems to be doing the opposite of what you're doing, Zeta, and is just wafting air into her nostrils, going, "Oh, I am hungrier already." Well. And the Countess approaches one of the servers and says, one of the special rooms, you know. And this Kindred does a slight bow and says, "Of course, Countess Markov. You and your esteemed guest will be seated momentarily. Thank you." Nobody bats an eye at what you are wearing, except for the mortals in the room. They all look and they're kind of nonchalantly peering over, like, who are these people that are dressed this way? And why is this restaurant serving them? But within a moment, one of the servers comes back and says, "Right this way, please." And Countess Markov does a little nod and follows behind. You are led past all of the beautiful decor and past all the staring mortals and are brought into another room behind a lovely wooden door with what appears to be a golden knob. As it is opened for you, you see that this is a whole area that basically has one large, long table in the center, stretched out from one end of the room to the other. On it are mortals. They are dressed only in undergarments, chained by ankles, wrists, or their neck, and they are posing sensually on these tables, seeming to desire for all of you to come in, the both of you to come in. As you take in this sight, you see there is one Kindred in the corner who peers over this bountiful feast in front. You do not recognize them, Zeta. But Countess Markov apparently has. And they recognize Countess Markov. They stand up and approach, their lips still a little bit red with blood. And Countess Markov gives them a nod toward the door. This Kindred just nods and quickly leaves. And
What's that?
Countess Markov just goes, just a silly Malkavian that I know. Not important. But what is important is we have the room to ourselves. Isn't that nice? And with such a selection in front of us, all consensual, all of them know, and all of them would be so eager to feed you. I'm not very good at this, Zeta, because I'm not familiar with a gangrel beast, but Mandy told me this would be a good place for you to get to know your beast a little bit better. And the server simply says, if you do not see anything that you like, simply knock on the door. We'll get you something. Until then, please take these. And the server hands you, Zeta, basically a folding brochure that says on the front, so what does it mean to be a follower of Set? And Countess Markov takes it and just, or takes the one given to her and puts it in her pants and just goes, yeah, thanks, I appreciate it.
I also take one.
Mm-hmm.
Meant for me and put it in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. So, don't let me stop you. I'm just going to be window shopping here before I take my pick, but talk with your beast. However that works with gangrel beasts. Decide what your taste is and what you would like. And talk with your food. I hear that kind have interesting things to say, you know. And Countess Markov goes to the other side of the table and she starts caressing this one man who is leaning on the table and touching his chains and is just kind of going, well, hello there. Leaving the rest of the room to you, Zeta.
Well, Beast, are you there?
This is the first time you've asked for me to be here.
Looks like we're gonna get a drink. Or more than one.
I'm ready for that. I'm excited for that. So, do you want to know what I want to drink?
Yeah, let me know.
Tell me what you like to drink first.
Well, it'd be best if they wouldn't see us.
You want them to close their eyes.
Yes. They should be progressive. Look, they should have a good mindset.
You see, Zeta, our tastes are the same. We both want blood. We both have the same taste. I'm you. Just the hungrier part of you.
Then shall we have a drink?
Please, I would love one.
And I approach the table. Tell somebody to close their eyes and turn around.
Anyone?
No. Are there people with like dyed hair?
Oh, with dyed
Oh,
hair.
that-
You don't see
that-
anyone with dyed hair here. You do remember that you can ask for someone, but what is your other criteria you're looking for?
Any outer indicators that they are progressive, like
Hmm.
tattoos, a lot of
Okay.
piercings,
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
You only see 2 women with their ears pierced. Nothing fitting that description. And the beast says to you, I could eat anything, but I feel like we could do better. Maybe those ministry folks could give us a better menu.
I will go to the door and knock.
Countess, who is about to take a bite, looks up. And she watches what you do. The door opens. A woman with beautiful, smooth brown skin and a short haircut answers. And she bows in a small way and says, What can I do for you, esteemed guest?
I was wondering if you have somebody on the menu who has tattoos, piercings, maybe dyed hair.
We do. We can find someone for you with all of that criteria. It will just take about 10 minutes to get them.
Thank you. I would like that.
Of course. Please consider this as a gift that for you in your clan of the beast, us in our devotion to Set, will always long to make your beastly visage smile with its toothy grin. You are very beautiful, O child of the beast. And she bows again.
While I wait for the person, I will just sit down and skim through the brochure.
All right. So while you're looking through this Setite stuff and learning about who Set is and why they don't think that Cain is the actual founder and things like that, we arrive at the parking lot. James, remind me what kind of car you drive. That has now a busted out window, by the way.
Yeah, it was a decent car. It's a sedan. It's a respectable. It's like a luxury sedan. It's a black low grade BMW. Like it's nice. It's not the nicest car in the world. It wouldn't turn any heads, but like if I showed up to a business meeting, it would seem appropriate.
When you are pulling in, you are arriving behind a 2018 Lamborghini. And as someone in valet gets in, and you appear to be next, there is another person in a suit and black tie who comes up to your window and just seems to be waiting, as though expectedly for you to know what to do.
Sure. And we're at the, were we at the doors?
Yes.
Essentially. Okay, cool. Well, this is our stop. Cass will open up the door and hand them the keys. And at the same time slip them a 20.
Okay.
And say take good care of it, and straighten out his shirt. He's got like a collared shirt on, underneath his leather jacket, and wait for everybody to get out of the car.
All right, Henry will get out of the car too. He's a bit of a fish out of water here, so I'm gonna follow Cass's lead.
Lilith has shifted into wolf form and just like hops out of the broken window and just kind of like walks up and stands next to Cass.
Fucking A.
She sits like a good dog and then licks his hand.
Yeah, good girl. And well, Henry, shall we? Cass will start moving forward, and then, like, pat his thigh, come, and start heading inside.
I'll tip my deerstalker hat to the what is it, valet?
Yes.
Yeah, do a little tip.
It'd be awkward if it wasn't.
I mean, that would suck.
Yeah, take good care of it. Take good care of it. Gets the car stolen immediately. All right, so yeah, Cass heads towards the doors, opens it up for Henry to allow him to head inside.
Oh, thank you. Is there a second set of doors?
Yes, there appears to be, when you go through this set, a small little waiting area where there does appear to be some mortals waiting. You immediately understand that you are underdressed.
Oh, I'm just gonna open up the second set of doors for Cass and Lilith.
After you, sir.
Lilith is just going to move through like the big direwolf looking beast that she is, and she's going to take some pleasure and just kind of like getting very close to nervous looking individuals that are watching this big ass direwolf walk through the restaurant.
Cass will go through the door that Henry has opened. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
So, one of the servers comes up and does a small bow, and well, first all of you, do your composure and awareness, please.
Ooh, okay.
Hero, this is a social role, I think.
It feels like
it is.
Nice. I like that.
Composure and what?
Awareness?
Awareness.
I have to hunt down awareness.
I'm rolling a lot of dice.
One success.
4 successes.
2 successes, and I figured out how to do the thingy.
Cass, your beast simply gives you a rumble in the stomach kind of feel as you are exposed to all of these mortals in such a close roofed area. Your hunger does not increase though. Sin, your beast goes, "Oh, I'll behave, but I have a feeling that we're gonna eat well soon."
Oh, we will eat very well soon. I'll let you just enjoy the feast because it smells good.
Thank you. All right.
You're welcome. And as a certain Malkavian says, you're welcome, beastie.
It will take me time to get used to that.
I probably won't say it ever again.
Henry, your beast goes, oh, this blood is different. It's a different kind of blood. We should have some. Ask if they have some.
Yeah, we're gonna get a menu. Just mind your manners, and we'll have a little cheat day, I think. Sorry, cheat night.
All right, and the server approaches you, Cass, and says, "Welcome. What faction do you represent?"
Not sure I understand the question. Here to see the owners.
Lit is just gonna do sort of a dog check into Cass's thigh.
Okay.
To basically kind of are you kidding me? Faction? You don't know what faction you are?
Yeah, Henry's kind of looking nervous too, looking back and forth.
The server says, does this little flash of a look, and you can see a fang that she has. Just goes,
Prince sends his regards.
there are others here. Do you want to see them?
I would love to.
I will ask if their party is interested. Please
I'll
wait
wait
while we go to seat you.
I'll wait patiently.
The server leaves and goes and knocks on the door for where you are at, Zeta, and then pokes in and says, I am sorry, your meal is not yet prepared, but another party of Kindred has arrived, and they wish to join you. Countess Markov stands up and says, Who? And the server says, I do not recognize them, but they are Camarilla. And the Countess tilts her head and says to you, Zeta, do you want to see them?
Could be interesting.
I agree. Tell them it's okay with us. And the server says, very good. You of Clan Bruja are appreciated. He goes, yeah, I know the whole spiel. Just hurry up. And the server closes the door and then walks back to Cass, Lilith, and Henry. Goes, they will, in fact, meet you. Please, come with me to the private room.
Thank you.
She walks over to the private room, and you can all see that these mortals and their fancy dress are a little weirded out by what all of you are wearing, and also perturbed by the large dog that you've brought with you, Cass.
It's a service animal.
You are led into this room. Well, you see that the door is shut, and there is a golden knob to it. The door is opened, and you see what is waiting for you inside. Now, of course, you see the long table with all the people kind of across the whole thing, sensually posed and whatnot. But you also notice Zeta immediately, and it takes you a little bit longer to notice Cass, Countess Markov, whom you haven't seen for a while since that one time you and Valora were detained.
Is she the one that broke my mirror, or she was?
Yes, she is.
She is? Yeah, okay. Got it. Well, the prince's mirror, but yeah. Might have been mine. I don't know. Well, what a pleasant surprise.
Lil is going to see Countess Markov, and she's going to immediately drop down into like an aggressive stance and growls. Except, and for all purposes, she looks like she's just ready to attack. Except she's trying to communicate with her eyes that it's, her eyes are not showing the aggression.
Right.
Just her body, just trying to communicate without saying, I'm playing my bit.
I would like, Lilith, I would like you to roll, charisma and subterfuge, yeah.
Are these athletic? Is this an athletic roll?
It is not, I'm afraid.
Charisma and what?
And subterfuge.
Yes.
It's as social as they come.
2 successes.
Nice.
Hey, look at that. You can't teach a new dog. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
So, Lilith's growling. Cass, you can see that Lilith is growling. If you're suspicious of that, you can make a roll, but if no immediate suspicion comes to mind, you can ignore it and take it for what it is.
I mean,
Henry, I want to point out the dynamic real quick here. Henry, you recognize Zeta, but you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Zeta, you recognize Henry and probably think Henry doesn't remember you.
This is such a crazy dynamic. I love this.
And what's going on? Why is our dog growling at this person?
Do I recognize Lilith in her wolf form?
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Also, Lilith is going to kind of do that protective, kind of like when a dog will stand in front of their person growling and sort of block the front of the person.
Okay, so you're saying I can't see your eyes?
So you're standing in front of her. I mean, have you ever looked at a dog?
Yeah, I've looked at lots of. Yes, I love dogs. I'm saying, so are you standing in front of me?
She was off to the side, and I mean, you could have probably looked down at her when she immediately started growling, but no, like she's trying to also take up sort of she's not trying to hide her eyes, but she's taking up sort of a defensive posture in front of you, like a protective posture in front of you.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're in front of me, I wouldn't assume I can I would assume I can't see your eyes.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you could have probably. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to hide my eyes. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I get you. I won't roll anything. Cass just in general is I've made this known. Cass is suspicious of Lilith, but I won't roll anything. I don't know. She's in front and she's growling.
The Countess just simply says, "You gonna call off your bitch, or I'm gonna have to make her shut up?"
She is a service animal. How dare you? First my mirror and now this?
Your mirror.
No. The car I was driving at the time anyways.
Who's this fucking nerd behind you?
This?
Cass,
Oh,
who is
you'll...
this? Don't answer that. Answer me first. Cass, who is this?
Oh, you'll love this nerd. This bitch is Countess Markov.
Okay.
So, Countess Markov, Henry.
I'll go in for a handshake.
Oh, that's a bad move.
She
Cass says as he's doing it.
looks at your hand. And then does a little bit of a smirk and looks right into your eyes, Henry, and says, "Do you know what we call ourselves? Bruja? Our clan?"
Pain in the ass.
I'm sure you're gonna tell me.
The Learned Clan. What does that make you, Tremere?
I'm sure you're gonna tell me.
Means you're a fucking nerd.
Oh, I haven't heard that one before.
Cass will laugh a little bit. He, again, stifling a little bit of laughter.
Is she gonna shake my hand?
Zeta will also laugh.
She is going to shake your hand now. She is also going to do it with some strength.
Oh.
I am actually going to have you do stamina athletics for this, Henry.
Okay. The numbers are gonna get really high here. 1d10.
Here we go.
You got this.
All right, that's a 3. All right.
Oh,
What's your hunger say?
No, that I only have. That is my only die. Right?
Oh.
Just
Yeah,
hunger?
I am a wimp.
You have
Like,
no points. You have no points in strength.
I have. Or wait, what did you say? I thought it was stamina and athletics. Or do we count the first one as
We'll
my?
count the
yeah,
first one. You can just roll another
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. Here's my hunger die. Watch out. Oh, just 1d10. Here it is.
Henry's intimidated.
Oh no!
What'd you get?
Okay.
One.
Do you
Oh, what?
would you like to lose a willpower to roll again?
Oh,
It sounds so fun, though.
Okay.
I'd love to. Oh.
No, listen, this is a Tremere about to do some shit in front of a fucking older
my-
Bruja. I don't know if that would go well for him.
I want it to happen.
So, okay.
Henry's going to get all 3 of us killed.
All right, there. That's my rerolled thingy. Oh, this is hell. Why did I do this? All right, I got a 10 on my reroll.
hold on. You're re-rolling your... I want to be clear. You're re-rolling your stamina.
Yeah, because I can't reroll hunger
You
die,
cannot
right?
re-roll hunger. I want to just make that clear with you.
Yeah. Yep. So just the one
That's
stamina.
good stuff. Okay. All right. You feel with this handshake, basically one of your phalanges crunch out of place. And it makes you wince a little bit. If you were mortal, the pain would be extreme. Instead, you just feel like you can't use your finger as well as you can right now, as well as you should be able to. You are going to take you're going to take a point of superficial damage.
Superficial.
Yes. Thank you.
Alrighty.
And also, your beast is going to go... Why don't we just drink from her? Why don't we just fucking drink from her? Come on. Let's do something about this.
Oh my god. Well, I don't think she's on the menu. We'll remember it. We'll remember that. One day, take out. We'll get her. That's a firm handshake you've got. Did she let go of my hand, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just gonna kind of hide my crumpled hand behind me and force a smile.
Yeah, that's Countess Markov. I'm glad you two have met.
It's a pleasure.
At this time, Lilith is gonna shift back into human form.
All right. And Countess Markov goes, Zeta, I've heard that you've already met James Castle. I don't...
Yes, we have
I've already forgotten what this nerd's name is. And I'm sure that you recognize this bitch.
Oh,
I sure do.
say the prettiest things to me.
And she does something that you normally do, Lilith. She does a little snap with teeth.
See, if you didn't try to kill me on the bridge, we could be having so much fun after you do something like that. Your loss. And then she just reaches over and starts twirling Cass's hair with her finger.
Oh, Zeta, it has been a while. Let's see. The last time I saw you had to have been at the Vampire Club, wasn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Interesting. It's... What are the chances that we would all run into each other again here? This is,
The server who's been witnessing all of this gives you, the three of you, pamphlets and says, perhaps it is the will of Set.
Perhaps
if
it
you
is.
are looking for more information, you can find it here. Now, as for your request, Mr. Castle, the owners will be here shortly. Please, until then, help yourself. And if you do not see anything that you like, please knock on the door. We will get it for you.
Thank you.
Lilith, just thank you, child of Setka.
Cass... Oh, go ahead.
You can tell that there's a little bit of animosity here. Probably just because for you, Lilith, they're an anarch not in the know.
Ah. Setka. It's the Egyptian word for set.
They leave and close the door behind them.
And there's pamphlets, right? You
Yes.
said?
Yes.
Oh, sick. All right, I gotta get me one of those. And did you need menus? You said there menus?
The feast is in front of you, and if there is nothing that you want to drink, you can ask for it.
Family style, you know.
I have to serve myself. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So is this an all-you-can-eat buffet?
One of the people on the table say, "The only rule is that we are not drained."
So, Markov, are you on the menu tonight?
Kinky.
Have to remind myself that Toreadors are, by their very nature, very stupid and ask very stupid questions. But then I think that that's just a part of being in the Camarilla. I actually know some very intelligent Toreadors. I don't see how you could walk in here, see a delicious meal prepared by very wonderful anarchs such as the Ministry, and simply scoff at that and desire for Bruja blood to flow into you instead. Do you want to blood bond that badly, James Castle?
I just like seeing you get all hot and flustered. It whets my appetite.
For many, the last thing they ever see in their lives is me being hot and flustered.
And here I've seen you twice.
You haven't seen me be angry yet, James Castle.
Oh, this is getting so hot. And then she just rips into the throat of her meal choice.
Yeah, Cass,
And she's watching the the exchange going on.
Are you okay?
No, not draining.
Okay.
She's just latching on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on, Cass. This is like rummaging through the dumpster while we're literally at an all-you-can-eat buffet. You don't pay her any mind. Guy who knows the rules. Can I? You're on the menu.
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, normally I don't do this, but hey, treat myself tonight. I'll, latch onto him or whatever. This is awkward for Henry, Yeah. Normally it's just a blood bag, sucking it down while reading, multitasking. Yeah, this is a little unusual.
All right.
Cass is going to use his bloodhound to smell the resonances in the room. And I mean, particularly he's looking for someone interesting, somebody who's creative.
You find one immediately. There is a young woman at the far end of the table, near where Countess Markov is feasting. And she is a writer. In fact, an accomplished author. You can sense that from her blood.
Cass will approach her. What's your name?
She looks over to you and She looks really excited also, by the way. And she goes, Stephanie.
Stephanie. Why are you here? I know why you're here, but why are you here?
Do you know me?
Jesus, Cass, are you doing an audition or are you here to eat?
I'm talking to someone. Don't talk with your mouth full.
Do you know who I am?
You're a writer, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Tell me about your writing.
I'm a novelist. I have a 23 book series, New York Times bestseller, called and the series is referred to as the In the Forest of the Night series, and it's about vampires. Kind of like, teenage paranormal high school romance kind of thing. I just kind of I don't know, I always hoped that vampires were real, and one night I came here and one of the servers just asked me, just point blank, do you think vampires are real? No hi, no what brings you here, just that.
It's a bold question.
I simply said, I wish. The rest is kind of a history.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
Are you
And
drinking my blood?
With that, Cass will go to feed on her.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get to what you taste in her in a second, because as you are drinking, there is a knock on the door before it opens, and Zeta, you are greeted with a man in his mid-20s. One side of his head shaved, and shaved down to these letters that simply say ACAB, and has a tattoo that shows what appears to be a clan member hanging from a roof, from a rope, and it says "Good night, alt-right" on it. And also has piercings on their nipples and also through their nose. And yeah, they are led in, and they are chained by their wrists as they approach. And one of the servers brings them up to you, Zeta, and says, "This one is especially for you. Please enjoy."
Thank you. Think I will.
So, Cass, this would happen right as you're about to feed. You would see this person led in, and Zeta greeting the meal.
Cass will see and be aware of that. But just going to enjoy himself.
All right.
I'm gonna ask my meal to that he starts a conversation with somebody else and just ignores me.
All right.
And then when he is talking to somebody else, I will come from behind and feed.
For sure. He asks real quick, do you want me to... You don't want me to talk to the other, vampires, do you? Or do you want me to just talk to the people at the table?
Just talk to anyone. I would just like you to be just distracted.
Okay. And so he decides to talk to Henry.
All right. Henry is currently drinking from his guy's arm while reading the pamphlet. And I've asked that the person I'm feeding from does not talk so that I can enjoy my reading. However, I would be down to discuss the contents of this pamphlet with dude guy who's talking to me.
Yeah, this dude just immediately goes, "Hey, are you a Tremere?"
How'd you figure that out?
You look like a mage I used to know.
Oh, do tell.
Well, he was a history teacher at the high school I used to go to. He was a good teacher, too. Taught us a lot about, all the kind of fucked up things that our country was doing to other countries. First person ever told me that stuff. And,
sounds like a fine man.
Yeah, anyways, one day I wasn't a very good student. I saw him one day coming home from a grocery store, and I kind of followed him home. I was gonna TP his house, to be honest. I just wanted to know where he lived. Happened to look through his window, and he was doing what I discovered was a ritual. He caught me, and then he started talking to me about what it means to be a mage, and well, he started. And at that point, Zeta's fangs sink right into him, and he cannot talk anymore.
Oh, wait, how many pamphlets about Set are in this room right now?
Harsh.
There is just one for each of you.
Oh, I crumple mine anyway. I'm sorry. Moment of weakness. Cass, you have your pamphlet. You're probably busy.
Cass breaks his attention for a second and hands it over to Henry.
Thank you. I'm slurping
in
an aggressive manner. Oh my god.
God, their marketing is so good. I don't know whose set is, but I love this. So
So now I will go through who you were all drinking from and what they taste like. Henry, in the blood of the person you're tasting, you can sense that they used to be a model, a male model, that was found by a toreador. And this particular toreador was just seemingly interested in who they were and invited them home one day. Things got intimate, and they became real close until one day this toreador asked if they could drink his blood. They thought that was weird. They eventually found out that they were a vampire, and their obsession grew with wanting to have blood drank from them from other vampires. And that led them here. In life, they are just a model with kind of a chip on their shoulders. They know they're beautiful, and they take advantage of that. But they don't do that with Kindred. It's all respect. All submissive respect. Lilith, in the blood of the person that you're drinking, you taste that they are, or actually they were, basically someone who used to clean. A cleaner, at one point a janitor. They've always been that kind of person until one day they were had their blood drank from by Kindred, but something happened that wasn't supposed to. They remembered it, and they reported it to the police. Well, some anarchs found who they were and thought to kill this person when it seemed that the Ventru could not erase their minds, but instead offered them a choice to come here and work here. And that's the choice they went with. And they haven't been home since.
Make me cry. When she learns this, she reaches into her jacket pocket and she pulls out something. It's a small book. And she hands it to him. And since she had asked, for someone from Middle East and he was Saudi, when she learns that he can't go home, she passes him a little small book bound in green leather, about the size of palm of a hand, and it's a copy of the Quran that she has always carried, and it was hers when she was in life.
He takes it, and he's a little bit delirious from the blood being taken, but also seems appreciative. Gives a little smile.
And in Arabic, she kind of like looks at him, does the kiss on each cheek, and basically in Arabic says there's no God but God, and Muhammad is the prophet of God. And then she smiles at him.
He smiles too, and wants to say something, but cannot seem to. Cass, the woman you're drinking from, not wrong. You can see interviews that she's done, late night shows, promoting her book, tours. She's been to London promoting her book before, parts of her series. But all of this, there was just this hope. Maybe vampires are real. You know, there's been people that she's met before that seemed to just be a little bit different. Maybe they were. But here's something about them. Last year is when this encounter happened. She's never written a word since. She's come here, had her blood drank from, and she's obsessed with it. She wants to write it, but knows that she can't. She wants to go back to continuing her vampire series, but how could she go back to writing fiction when she knows it's real? But in moments like this where you are drinking her blood, she doesn't really care.
Cass is going to cry to vampires cry blood, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Cass is gonna cry.
Oh, you can join Lilith crying.
Yay.
Hey.
Yay. Yeah. Cass is gonna stop feeding and just say, you should write again.
She looks a little bit delirious. She's on the high of having her blood taken and goes, "What?"
You should continue your writing.
I want to, but I can't put myself in that world anymore. It's too fake. She laughs a little, just slightly, and goes, "In my world, they can't have garlic."
Well. Maybe some revisions, but it's your world. You should tell it.
Zeta, the person whose blood you're drinking, this is their hobby. They are normally a protester. They wear all black. They fight the police. They protect other protesters from getting stampeded. They go to everything. They do everything that they can to fight the system and fight for something better. They're aggressive. They're confrontational. They fight for what they believe is right. And that includes anybody. They've been arrested multiple times, bailed out each time, but they keep getting it. They will always, always fight, and you know that they will never stop. The reason that this person is here is actually because of one of the barons. One of the barons was walking near a protest. This individual thought that they were one of the protesters, dressed like it, they're a Bruja, and tried to protect them from the police. And instead of them protecting this Bruja, the Bruja protected them and got a little bit overzealous with their strength. Well, the Baron thought of what to do but then told them about this masquerade. They had a feeling that they could trust them. And they feel that. You also taste the blood of the Baron. This is a ghoul, in fact, you are drinking from. They won't ever betray the masquerade. They're loyal not only to the people, the humans that they defend, and also the secret that has to be maintained for the sake of all kindred. That's whose blood you're drinking now, Zeta.
After I've finished drinking, I will tell him, keep fighting the good fight. Respect you.
As everyone's meal has concluded, there's a knock on the door. The door's open. 2 kindred come in. A woman and a man. Both of them are wearing black dress suits. They look almost like they're related. They have similar hairstyles. Short, combed to the side. One's just a little bit longer than the other. And they both have tattoos of their clan on their neck. As they come in, all of the individuals on the table sit up. The woman snaps her fingers, and they all stand up and exit. Now it is just kindred in this room. Once the door is shut, the woman says, "My name is Duchess Capri." The man says, "And my name is Count Amari. We are both the owners of this place. We delight in the fact that you, Countess Markov, and you, I did not catch your name. I am sorry." And looking at you, Zeta.
My name's Zeta. Pleased to meet you.
She takes your hand and kisses it. "Thank you, Zeta. You are the childer of Mandy, no?"
That's correct, yeah.
She is a good, very good kindred. You must be proud of your sire. I apologize. I apologize to all of you. For this meeting was a bit infortuitous. I did not know that you would be arriving, Countess. The fault is mine. And as for my Camarilla friends, thank you for coming. Please. Your name is? And she approaches you first, Cass.
My name is James Castle. It is a pleasure to meet you.
The Toreador.
Guilty.
Perhaps you will find it inappropriate to say, but I knew your sire. She's very respectable. 'Cause, 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 'c
Thank you.
You are welcome. And who might I be addressing from the clan of Tremere?
Henry Draw, and he'll take his hat off and do a little bow.
You may not be as respected as you feel that you could be in the Chantry. Maybe not in the Camarilla. But to us, you are royalty. Please, make yourself at home.
Henry will do a little nod.
And to you, the Lilith. I understand that there are tensions between yourself and the Anarchs. Nevertheless, you will always have a place in the Ministry.
Lilith she kind of like nods her head.
She says, please, my friends, sit. There is much to discuss.
Instead of sitting, Lilith's going to kind of stand behind James Castle, and she's just going to kind of like lean up against the wall with her arms crossed, where she is in a protective position behind him.
Surprised that there's quite an audience tonight.
I did not know that there would be Anarchs, for our place is open to everyone. Mostly Anarchs come and go as they please. It is part of the arrangement that we made when we came here. For when we did, the Sabbat threatened to destroy us. The Camarilla did not respond, and the Anarchs protected us. But things have changed. Now we find ourselves amidst a potential second Inquisition. If there is to be a second Inquisition, we do not know if we can count on the Anarchs for help. So, and she addresses this directly to Countess Markov, I reached out to the prince and said that we would be interested in what protection the Camarilla would have to offer. And Countess Markov looks angry. But before you say anything, Countess, I would like to hear from the Camarilla first. What do you know about the Second Inquisition? And are you willing to protect the Ministry?
Certainly, we've all heard rumblings and have come across traces ourselves. But I believe that there is no better organization other than the Camarilla to protect against such a unified attack on our kind. I believe the Camarilla would be ready to protect you as am I here sitting in this moment, ready to, if we're need be. And I think that's what you get with the Camarilla. Unification. Protection for everyone within. I think that's the benefit, and commend you for being brave enough to reach out.
Mr. Draw, do you think that the Tremere would also be able to help protect us?
Absolutely. I personally, after seeing the hospitality that you've shown us, I'd be willing to lend my services here as needed to ensure that this remains a safe, secure location.
It is very kind of you. Zeta, I would like to ask your opinion. Do you believe that the Anarchs are incapable of stopping a second Inquisition?
I believe the Anarchs would either crush them or die trying.
Which one do you think is more likely to happen?
We don't really know, because I don't have a clue yet of what the Second Inquisition is capable of, and what we are capable of. But I believe that we will be able to defeat them.
Alright, Countess Markov, say what you will. And she does. Thank you. I can't fucking believe that you would go to the Camarilla. You've been nothing but safe here with the Anarchs, and now you're scared just because there's rumblings of vampire hunters that have come to the territory? Come on. Have we really treated you that badly? The Camarilla wouldn't take you in earlier. What makes you think they will now? They will now because you have something to gain. Dirt on us. That's it. As much as they want to say, over on their side of the table, they just want to offer protection. They just want to take an ally away from us. That's all they want. If a second Inquisition comes, the Camarilla are just as fucked as the Anarchs. The only way we end something like that is if we all fight. Not hide, like the Camarilla is known for doing.
It's not just rumblings. I've seen an increased number of hunters lately. Surely it's not just rumblings. There's something happening beyond this table, even though we've all seen it or heard of it. And
How
we can't.
would you know?
How would I know? How would I know? That's right. I'm just nobody. Nobody, a small person on the rung of the ladder, but yet I have encountered hunters twice now in the past couple of months. So certainly something is happening.
Countess Markov looks a bit confused. Where?
One was deep into Anarch territory. In fact, I believe Countess Markov was there.
Oh, those fucking cosplayers that were there? Yeah.
The cosplayers that were led there by actual hunters. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were there when we interrogated the one that was alive. Of course. How could I forget?
You're welcome
The
for leaving one
omnipresence
alive.
of James Castle.
And you're welcome for leaving one alive.
Yeah.
But you don't deny what I say is right, even if you do have an attitude about it. So, no, I don't think we'll run and hide, but I don't think we'll be able to do things alone, which is what the Anarchs seem to do best at, doing things alone, you know, freedom and all that.
You did forget to tell the Countess about our run-in with the hunters at the studio.
I was getting there, but that is the second occasion. Most recently. So it just seems to be an ever-growing problem that needs to be dealt with. And I don't think that handling these things by ourselves for the sakes of our freedom is the best course of action.
From the Camarilla's own lips. Yeah, give up your freedom. Just give up your freedom. And leave security to them, I suppose. Is that the promise that the Camarilla is making over there?
Would you choose to give up your life instead?
I would die fighting for my freedom.
Sure, but die nonetheless.
So we are agreeing that Anarchs fighting by themselves, they die. The Camarilla fighting by themselves, they die.
I don't know.
I've been in this position before. I've been in the position of facing against a unified front between the Camarilla and the Anarchs. I'm the one in this room that has seen the other side of what the two factions, when you can stop bitching long enough at each other, what you can do. We had no choice. The Sabbat, we had no choice but to run because we didn't stand a chance against the two factions. Hell, the only thing that's left of us are the remainders of the loyalists that the Cardinal decided that we were just cannon fodder to be left behind as he ran. And that is because the two factions worked together. And now the Hunters, the Second Inquisition? Hell, this First Inquisition, y'all, both factions were able to beat. And now here, human hunters are after us, and y'all can't come together, but apparently y'all could come together for the Sabbat? What the fuck? Sometimes I wonder I'm on the wrong side. Come together, figure
Countess Markov
something
just
out.
says, you are.
Not by choice.
Well, that's the thing. The Camarilla are together. It's kind of the whole thing, right? We are unified in a front for the sake of Kindred.
I'm not talking about all of the Kindred and the Camarilla, all of the Kindred and the Anarchs. I'm talking about the two factions doing a friggin' truce long enough to defeat the Hunters.
I agree that would be nice. But in the meantime, I would choose to place my allegiance with the side that has its shit together.
With a side that threatened to throw you off a roof.
Don't forget that. Just look at the pretty lights. Just look at the pretty lights.
I'm not sure what you've heard, but I've been
Countess
threatened to
smiles
be.
and goes, did you get threatened to get thrown off of a roof in San Francisco by the prince? What did you do?
I think I've been threatened to be killed by everybody that I've met so far. So it's not exactly something new and exciting for me. But I guess I just have that effect on people.
Well, we can just ask what the experience is like for someone else. Zeta, how many times have you felt in danger because the Anarchs were around you?
I think one time.
What time was that?
When Mandy introduced me to you.
You know, that's fair. I am pretty scary. How many times did you feel in danger when the Camarilla was around you?
Pretty much every time.
Um,
Except that one time in the club.
well,
It was just Cass.
Sebastian Melmoth. Great host.
That was a social call. And so it would seem to be that when you are intended to be afraid for your life, it comes across.
Yeah, like making a certain someone crawl like a dog.
Whose side are you on, Lilith?
I am on your side, but what I'm trying to say is you can both go to hell because you are so stubborn, both of you, that all you can see is faction and faction, yet not even 2 years ago, you were united in one common cause. So whose side am I on? I'm on the Kindred side, against the Hunters. Fuck.
Henry's gonna turn to the what are they, the Count and Duchess? Sorry,
Yes. Yes.
I just want to make it perfectly clear, we're not cutting in on anyone's territory. We are merely offering services and protection. I personally reached out a hand in friendship to the Countess over there. and I'll hold up my hand. I don't know if one of my fingers is dangling uselessly. So if that's the temperament you want to entrust your establishment with, hey, it's been working so far. There has been a noticeable uptick in hunter activity, let's just say. We have some experience diffusing that. Make of that what you will. And I'll go back to my pamphlet now.
All I'm saying is just work together long enough to get rid of the hunters, then go killing each other off. And either the prince offs me or Countess Markov over there offs me. At this point, I don't care. I'm just trying to continue to do what I've always done as a moderator.
I would love to work together. Honestly, this is the honest truth. I would love to work together. I would love for both sides to get along and for there to be no issues between us. And maybe that can be the case. Maybe we can do that. But in the meantime, if you need protection and you need a unified backing, then the Camarilla has offered their services, and we would love to discuss that further. And if the Anarchs would love to talk about working together, which I highly doubt, but I would encourage, then I'd love to have that conversation.
Hell, I would even talk to the remaining loyalists to see if they would be willing to at least help out.
Countess Markov does a small grin and says, Cass, may I call you Cass?
I think we're close enough by now.
I will owe you a small boon if you can do one thing for me.
What is it?
I want you to ask the prince what it would take for the Anarchs and the Camarilla to unite. And I want you to tell me what he said.
That's not you trying to get me thrown off another roof, is it?
No. No. He won't be upset by this question. You can tell him that I asked it and that you get a boon out of it, as a matter of fact, if you want. I just want you to tell me his answer.
We have a deal.
Good. The Duchess looks like she's going to say something, but someone comes in and whispers something in her ear. Does anyone have heightened senses on?
Is that like an active ability?
Yeah.
No. No, I don't,
Lilith,
I don't think so.
Lilith is still got hers from when she was in wolf form.
Okay.
I do a roll.
You hear, no, you don't need to do a roll. Lilith, you will hear this. Nobody else will. Goes, there's somebody in the parking lot taking pictures of James Castle's car. And the Duchess nods and stands up and says, I believe our meeting must conclude. James Castle? There is someone at your vehicle. They may not have your best interest in mind. I would suggest dealing with it.
Thank you. I appreciate the fair warning.
Hey, Cass, would you like me to go deal with them while you have your pleasantries?
I think we're finished here. Looking
Countess
at
Markov pulls out her phone and just goes, yeah, I think we're done here. Zeta, would you like to come with me?
Yeah. I would.
All right. And so they will go past, and she just goes, bye, James Castle.
till next time.
Way.
And goes past Henry, goes, later, nerd.
I try to flip her off, but my finger doesn't work.
Ow. Ow. Let's assess the situation before we do anything rash. Okay? Looking mainly at Lilith.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't look at Lilith.
Who knows? Could be an adoring fan.
They were taking pictures. I heard what was said. They were at your car taking pictures of your car.
Yeah, well, it does have a busted out window, so who knows?
What is that?
Hmm?
I said, whose fault is that?
Yeah, yours.
No.
It wasn't busted before you got in it.
You don't know that.
Just don't do anything until we figure out what's going on, okay?
Someone is at your car. We need to go.
All right. Before Henry has a heart attack, let's see what's going on. So yeah, let's head out.
Leaving the room, Lilith shifts back into wolf form.
All right. So, let's first go to Zeta and, Zeta and Countess Markov. Countess Markov takes you out into the parking lot, Zeta, and signals and goes, come on, and starts jogging toward the parking lot.
I will jog behind her.
She gets behind a car and drops low and looks and sees the person taking pictures and says, why don't we show the Camarilla just how capable we are? You go in from the east, I'll go in from the west. Countess Markov gives a little bit of a wide berth between cars, and she approaches this individual and starts going, excuse me, I'm just not sure how this parking lot works. I thought the valet would drive my car out to me. Do you work on staff here? And the individual stops and looks and goes, I don't know what you mean. I don't work here or anything. I just says, oh, I figured you did because you're taking pictures of a car. Is this not your car? Or is this not a customer's car? Oh, it's a customer's car. I was just doing some stuff. And she gives you a little beckoning symbol, Zeta, for you to approach.
I will silently come up behind the guy.
She just goes, all right, real quick question. Do you believe in vampires? And the guy looks confused and he goes, vampires? Why? This is a weird question to ask, lady. It's just like, I was just wondering because...
I would like to sense a beast on him.
Yeah. You don't get anything. It's just a mortal. Regular mortal. She just goes...
Also gives me insight about their intentions, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're a stalker. They're stalking James Castle.
Okay.
And 'cause I was just wondering because I have a friend who's a vampire, and they would really love to meet you. And she gives a little nod toward this individual Zeta as like a get 'em kind of thing.
Yeah. Just gonna knock him out with his head against the car.
All right. She goes, oh, well, first, roll your strength and brawl.
Only 7 points.
Only 7 dice.
Mm.
God.
8 successes.
Incredible.
Wow.
With 3 crits in that.
Red mist gone.
You're so unassuming, but like.
Yeah, he is.
Wow.
He is out cold. He hits the
I
car.
hope I didn't kill him.
Lands on the ground, and you hear this come from him, like asleep. This man is asleep and snoring. And she just goes, wow, that was efficient. Good job.
Thanks.
Of course. All right, let's get going. Let's leave him here as a surprise for the cam.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, you know about Lilith, right?
Yeah,
Okay, making sure.
I do.
Isn't she great? Like, she's so hot.
Yes.
And you leave with Countess Markov. That leaves the rest of the Camarilla arriving at the scene, where there is a man with a phone in his hand, lying just behind your vehicle, and just going...
So, This is the person we were warned about, I guess. I will take this. Cass is gonna pick up the phone.
Uh-huh.
Lilith's
Is
going to
that-
pick up the sleeping person and
All right.
like stuff him through the window.
Don't put him in the car. Why are you putting him in the car?
Doggy
Why?
bag.
No, why is he in the car? Why is he in the car? Why is he in my car? Cass looks at the phone. Is it unlocked?
It's currently its camera feature is still up. Like it's still wanting to take pictures if you want to and
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Lilith
So
goes,
that's
Lilith hops into the car.
okay. Why is he hey, why is he in the back seat?
Doggy bag.
Yeah.
Bite.
Aren't you full? You've had enough. I feel like hey, I'm not one to
Like bites.
tell you what to eat or what not to eat. But I don't know why we're taking him with us.
Lilith eating.
Yeah, you've already eaten though. And
Breakfast.
someone has been taking pictures and we don't know if they've sent those pictures or not.
Good. We can take him with us and we can find out more about him.
Yeah, but when somebody disappears and they've already communicated with somebody else about seeing somebody somewhere, it tends to lead a trail back to you.
Cass?
You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you
Hey,
understand what I'm
Cass?
saying? Yeah, what's up?
If somebody sent this person to take pictures of your car, then they've
Right.
already been led to you. So we
Right.
need to find out exactly who he is and what he knows.
And if somebody wasn't sent and they were just taking pictures of my car and sending them to someone and somebody just happens to go missing, that's a real problem for me. So
Well,
if
you have his phone, I mean, just it hasn't I don't know how phones work.
I can't check it's just in camera mode and I can't check messages, right?
No, it's
Is
unlocked. It's unlocked.
unlocked. Okay, I didn't know if it was just at the lock screen, but
I was
where you
just
could
letting
take
you know that,
pictures.
yeah,
but
no, it's just the camera is up. That's all.
okay, cool. Checking the messages. I just want to check the messages. Have they sent these pictures to anybody? Have they what's the last conversation
the
that they
last
had?
conversation is just it just says OMG, it's really him, James Castle. It's I bet I can find his favorite restaurant. And then it just says and it just says, oh my god, he eats at that Persian place. Oh my god. I see his car. And then it says, you did not just follow James Castle, to which it says, no, I did. I can prove it. And then it looks like they were going to take pictures.
Right. Got it. Okay. Yep. I'm opening the door and I'm taking him out of the car.
Okay, hold on. What's happening with that phone?
Yeah. The phone, he's keeping the phone. It's a fan. It's a fucking fan is what's happening here. It's not the Inquisition. It's not our enemies. It's just somebody who wanted some pictures. Okay.
Please go on the phone for just a little bit.
Huh?
Can I just please? I have not. Let me go on the phone just a little.
You can play with my phone. I have games on it. You can play with it. I swear to God. God damn it. Cass is so pissed right now.
I've been more than reasonable this whole night. Okay, fine. Get him out of here.
You can use my phone on the way back. I swear to God. Cass pulls him out of there.
Lilith has been kind of feeding a little bit on his wrist, so when you yank him out of the car, he just bleeds onto your seat and off onto the ground.
Yeah, I'm fucking God. damn it. Like Cass is upset. Cass is fucking pissed. Cass takes him, puts him like kind of like tucked away a little bit. I don't know if there's like an alley or something. Yeah. And then Cass takes his wallet out of the person, takes the money out of the wallet. It makes it look like a mugging essentially. Takes the money, throws the wallet down, looks at the ID just to takes a picture of it just to have it for reference. And leaves him. The phone's left. They put the phone in his pocket back where it was, and fucking stomps back to the car, like so done with tonight, and so done with everything.
Time he gets back, Lilith is back in wolf form and rolling in the blood puddle.
I'm in the passenger seat, already buckled in. Safety first.
Yeah.
Where's that phone?
Hold on.
Cass fucking slams the door closed.
I think that where's the phone is the perfect place to end the session.